Good morning, it's day 110 on the Appalachian Trail. I'm back from trail days. Believe it or not, I took 11 days off trail. So I'm hiking with Tom, who'll be behind me. We're gonna go just 10 miles, easy day. Well, I think 10's smart for taking 11 days off trail, because I thought, oh yeah, 7 days, no problem. But 11 is quite a bit. So we're gonna go just 10 miles. We have actually a river crossing. A post from a week ago, someone said the water was up to their thighs, so who knows, it could be up to my waist for me, or maybe the stream dried up more and it's a lot less, but we'll see. And yeah, it'll be an interesting day. But trail days was really fun. I had a great time meeting all the people out there. So I look forward to going to it another year. I don't know about next year, but some other year I think it'll be a ton of fun. So today Tom and I are gonna go. Tom's gonna, it's basically a little shakedown hike for some of his gear. He's trying out new things. And Tom and Janine, thank you so much for hosting me for like 3 nights now and all the rides around. So I had a great time and ate well. Probably the most healthy I ate for a long time. And right now we're on this blue blaze from the Ensign Coal parking area. Once I hit the AT, I actually have to go back to the road and come back. So I'm trying to make sure I see the cutoff for that. But yeah, he's bringing a bunch of stuff. He's got some double gear because he's trying out new things, and he's bringing his older things just in case and things like that. So, and tonight I'll show you my rather I was gonna say weird, but not ordinary sleeping bag system for the AT. It's gonna be quite warm though, and I don't have a new quilt yet. I'm gonna order it, and it's gonna be at least a week and a half out. So I bought I'll show you later. You'll have to watch the whole video to see what I use, or I guess just go to the end where I pull it out. But all right, here comes the trail. Back on the trail. Check out this open area we're hitting. Did you see that bike, by the way? Look. At first I saw the houses and I was like, where are we? Where are we going? And I saw this super tall grass. I wonder if they gather it up for hay here or something. It's really tall grass. Keeping my trekking pole straps up just in case of ticks and stuff. Oh, I just walk through this grass. Pretty wild. It's also green. All the grass has a little bud things on the top. Oh, there's some buttercups here and there. See, I'm using knowledge people have taught me. Interesting. That's an interesting picture. I walked by this pretty nice resting rock. You can sit right there, and I took a good look, and not because I was gonna sit there, but just in hopes that there's a snake on top or something. But there are no snakes up there, not this one anyway. So maybe coming up. I don't know if you can hear the water yet, but there is water sound, and that is gonna be our first of 2 crossings, I guess. But this one, there was a comment from maybe 10 days ago. He said he managed to get most of the way across, well, 1 foot sunk in the water. I guess there's a loose piece of wood, and he said other people just kind of walked right through. So let's see if I can get across. Conditions change so quickly. Could be deeper, could be shallower, could be wetter, could be drier, who knows. Let's see what it's gonna be like. I came down here, saw this, and I actually had to look upstream and downstream to see where people crossed. But it looks like, I don't know how big the river was before. It doesn't look like you're gonna get wet at all. At least this one. I wonder where he slipped. Maybe he stepped in this first piece of wood, but huh, easy peasy. Yeah. Oh, okay. I better put that in far out. We are now coming up to the second crossing of the day. This is Little and Tatum Creek, and it's right by a road. There's a lot of cars going across. It's louder than I thought. It's busier than I thought it was gonna be. But this one, the last report was, I forget how many days, 10 days. They said it was up to his thigh. But you know, some people's thighs are so high and some are like a foot higher than other people. So we'll see how it goes. If it's any indication from the last creek, the water's gonna be much lower than it was. And this one, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna have to get wet. But I think it's gonna maybe get up to my knees. That's my guess. Below my knees. I'm guessing below the knees. Let's see what happens here. And I am just gonna walk through. It's only 5 miles in, and it's 5 miles more to camp. And within 5 miles, it'll dry out pretty quickly. So, and we're gonna go get lunch soon after this. There is a little climb right after this. And oh, spider web right across the face. Oh, did you see it on camera? Oof. Okay, let's find this water here. Get this web off my face. Wow, I guess some days this thing's roaring. And here's the rope people say they held onto to cross. It's deep right here. I mean, well, today it's really low. It's deep, but it's barely flowing, and it looks like, I'm pretty sure we could rock hop all the way across. Remember, there's a big gap over there, but I think we could rock hop across. For me, I think the most interesting thing about this rope is it's across a very wide part, but the sides are shallow and in the middle is very deep. So not the best place for a rope. If I was gonna cross in the water, I would cross along here. It's actually consistently shallow all the way across. Much better than that spot. But for me, rock hop it is. It actually wasn't too bad. I didn't get my toes wet. I will need to use my trekking poles, so I may put this away at some point. Like that rock is the next step, but it's quite far. So let me put this away for a second and we'll continue on. Yeah, so after that part, it's just dry rock, dry rock, dry rock. And someone put this here, I think, and it's dry. You just have to not go too crazy with it. Dry, dry, dry rock all the way across. But this is fine right here, and none of it's slippery. Easy peasy. I guess that's a trail you would take if you went up creek and came through, but that is not the AT. A little distance-wise, but a lot up, is a cascade from the river there, and this cascade's running pretty well. It just, the problem is it's running all across the rocks and it's all slippery. And yes, I did slip, cut myself. Show you a little closer picture here. GoPro doesn't do well with close-up shots. And there's Tom wisely doing it with his pack off instead of just running up there. But I only cut myself once, so that's a pretty good deal. Here's a quick little blue blaze from the Cascades. Whoa, yeah, it's windy. Whoa. Oh yeah. Nice, you can see the town below. There's a road. Super nice. Oh, the clouds look beautiful today. Just here and there, a little breezy. Just enough to keep us cool. Pretty nice. So far, Maryland has been pretty nice. I don't know, there's people online, some people complain about every part of every trail, but I've enjoyed it so far. But a mile and a half more to go and we'll hit the high ridge or something like that. I guess people go paragliding off of it, so it'd be cool to see someone do it, but doubt it. Oh, there's a ton of people up there. Pretty cool. We passed by a bunch of kids, and I guess they're all students at a private school and they're having some outing. But they're hiking down to Harper's Ferry. I don't know exactly where they started, but pretty amazing. A whole bunch of little kids, 9, 13, big packs, and they got a while to go, but they seem to be enjoying it, so that's pretty fantastic. Like I've always said, like I mentioned it in trail days to a bunch of people, that the reason I don't swear in any of my videos or do anything like that is because I want kids to watch, because it'd be nice to have more kids and families out here, and we have enough like potty mouth mid-20s guys everywhere. They don't need any convincing to come out. There's still huge majority on the trail. So, but yeah, having a bunch more kids out here and giving an experience of outdoors while they're young, so they appreciate it as they grow, I think that's an important thing. All right, we're at the High Rock Overlook detour. There is a blue blaze that goes out here, and then it goes back to the AT, further down the AT, but I'll come back this way. But it's 0.2 miles. Get to check it out. I will probably not film the graffiti as much. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of swear words in it. That's why I can't see it all. But here it's just covered in paint. And people are complaining that when it's wet, that things are really slippery because of all the paint. But I guess we'll see for ourselves. Here we are, High Rocks. I didn't know about the stairs. There's stairs going up, and the parking goes right up to here. Wow. Let's head up to the top and see what we see. All right, I don't think there are too many swear words here, but I always like to take you out for the views. And whoa, wow, they made an arch. It's like a dome up here. Whew. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's swear words everywhere. Hopefully you didn't see that. Hopefully it was quick enough you didn't see it, or hopefully you were looking at the views like I was and didn't see any of it. Yeah, farms, that's what people told me. Green though. I was telling Tom at one point was that out here there are none of those like watering wheel systems that turn in a semicircle. It's all just natural rain that waters everything. It's pretty weird, huh? You go out west and you see those everywhere, just those watering wheel systems, and they're huge, gigantic motorized deals. But here, nothing. Square, rectangular plots of land. Well, I am leaving the High Rocks area right now. Tom's wife came and picked him up because his backpack shoulder strap broke a little while back, and there's just no way to like hike multiple days more with the shoulder strap. All the weight was on the load bearing strap, and it was starting to bend the stay that was there. But so he's heading home, and it's all me now. Head back to the AT. In fact, it's right here, and it's 4 more miles to the campsite I was going to. It was about 10 miles that I was trying to go to, so it's still pretty easy day. And I only have 4 miles to go, and it's 3 o'clock, so I should get there a little before 5. It's pretty easy terrain, 300 feet of gain or something like that. Pretty easy. Slightly warm, not too bad. but overall, not too bad. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I was looking forward to just hanging out with Tom. He was gonna try out some different hammock gear, so I can check that out with him as well. Just goofing around, you know. And yeah, I hope he and his wife have a safe drive back home. And their dog was awesome. His wife sent me pictures of me massaging their dog Bella. Bella was super cool. And this morning, like, I woke up and I was moving around in the room, and Bella kept running by the door. I heard her like walk by, just trying to check up on me. It's just so funny. I know how to massage dogs, so that's the key. Free massages, and dogs will love you. I've spent most of this through hike just hiking and camping by myself, but it feels weird all of a sudden just being by myself. It's only been maybe 12 days. I spent a couple nights with them, then I drove to Trail Days and met with Tina, and then it's just been people, and dropped off the car and then stayed with them another night, and all of a sudden just like by myself. I don't know how many other hikers are out here. Definitely feels weird. I'm sure I'll adjust, or I don't need adjustment. It just feels weird, but it definitely feels weird. Now I know how everyone else feels. But for me though, today, before the campsite, we are going to cross the Mason-Dixon line. It's the, well, there's Penmar State Park or something like that that's there, or Penmar Park, and that's the Pennsylvania Maryland border. Also the, what did I call it? The Dixie Mason-Dixon line. Yeah, so yeah, that's coming up. Pennsylvania, new state. I don't think I've ever been in Pennsylvania, so that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Whew, I was just trying to get through all these rocks just going up, and like a tiny snake, I stepped over it. It was gray, really shiny looking, tiny, maybe 1.5 feet, real thin, centimeter, less than a centimeter diameter, but it was grayish, no lines anywhere. Not sure what it was, but it was fast and it took off. I looked down to get my camera and I looked up and I couldn't find him because he moved somewhere else. And then I thought, if by the time I get my camera, I'm not even gonna know where he went, but he was gone into the tree, like bushes, fast. Anybody know? Grayish, dark gray, no lines, shiny, tiny. Penmar Park is pretty cool. There's like a nice pavilion you could sit and enjoy the views, protected from the sun, and it's just amazing, open views. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, so great views. I just walked through there though, kind of looked around, but I saw a couple of through hikers. I know one was, I'm guessing a through hiker because he had a pink tag on his backpack, but I guess they give it to section hikers, I don't know. Flip-floppers, I guess, so he could have been a through hiker of some sort. But there were two sitting up there, so. But I met 3 other ladies and they were going to the same tent site as I am, so hopefully there are enough sites coming up. We are 0.2 miles away from the border, if you can believe it. Just like that, Maryland's done. And 0.7 miles away from camp. Quick day. It's like 10.2 mile day or something like that. But I mean, 11 days off. I mean, I'm just like a normal section hiker starting out a section, I guess. Yeah, actually some people would call me a section hiker. That's a long time off. So anyway, let's find this border and not miss it here. I thought it was someone's mailbox here, but it's not. It's the Mason-Dixon line, Maryland, Pennsylvania. I'm not quite exactly sure why it's, oh, it is a mailbox. What? Okay, I got sidetracked. Yeah, I've never did look up why it's called the Mason-Dixon line. But Maryland, Pennsylvania, they call it, the park back there was Penmar. Sounds cool. I guess they couldn't use Marpen, because if I heard Marpen, I would think Marine Corps Pensacola. But let's get some selfies now. And just like that, we are out of Maryland. So we just left West Virginia and Maryland super quickly. And oh, we're hitting the road. For Pennsylvania though, I think we have like 250 miles. It's going to be some memorable miles, I believe, from what everybody says about Pennsylvania, but I guess it does go straight. I was looking at it going, that grass looks really tall, but that's where we go. That's actually a pretty cool sign right here. There's one camper over there. Stream is right there and it's flowing really well, and there's a nice little bridge. Plenty of campsites around here. So the 3 ladies I met and 1 man, they should be fine finding spots. Lots of flat, good spots. I'm gonna settle down right there. It's in the shade. I think it's gonna be in the shade for the rest of the day. So I'm just gonna set up and go get some water and drink because I am thirsty. Don't tell Tina or anybody else who's gonna yell at me to keep drinking water. Okay, yeah, let's get some water. I don't know if I've shown you this before, but at Front Royal, I traded out my stove with Nikki, the trailing draw this thing with. She had one of these BRS stoves, and I was like, yeah, I only got the Pocket Deluxe because it was of the cold performance. And I was gonna try to send it home and get a BRS mailed to me from Amazon somehow, but she had one of these, so she let me borrow it. So I'm gonna mail this to her when I'm done, and she'll just mail me my stove as well. But it's a tiny little stove. It's not quite as efficient, but efficient enough. And yeah, it's light. That's the most important thing. So yeah, that's one way I cut weight, and I'll show you the other stuff. I think that's the major one for now. Tonight's dinner is pad thai, I believe from Alpine Air, with bacon bits, bunch of instant white rice, Cholula hot sauce, and olive oil. Yeah, looks good, smells good. So general health wise, I'm doing well. During the week I thought some things would heal up, but I'm pretty much the same as I was when I left. I'll show you one of the things that doesn't worry me, but it does cause me pain every day. So I don't know if you remember a long time ago, this turned black because the soft is fitting weird. Notice how that nail is lifted. I don't know if you can tell, but it's lifted way up. That's gonna fall off soon. Feels a little loose, but this spot right here though has caused me a lot of pain, and it's not just here. It's like the joints. If I bend my toe too much, I can feel the pain. So I try not to put any weight along this entire bone. I found if I'm walking on rocks and I put weight on this, it'll hurt all the way up. I don't know what it is. It's not fractured, I don't think. Like, this doesn't hurt. It's just when there's weight and the joint hurts. But everything else is fine. As far as new injuries, cut myself there. I actually dropped a shampoo bottle and it hit me right in the ankle, and it cut me open and bruised the ankle for several days. It was super tender. Check out what I got from Trail Days. I used to have only this line that's from the Gators, but then during Trail Days I wore socks the whole time. So now I got a tan line here and here. Usually I just have one here and maybe like a cam sandal tan line. Now I got two. This one too. It's just like 2 days walking around in the sun. 3 days. Check out my new blanket. I gave Tina my quilt because we both had 20 degrees, but mine was older and thinner, and it was from before they put more down in the quilts. So we noticed that, well, I know mine is probably cooler, but when she put my quilt into a stuff that she had her quilt, it was half the size, and we both had the same down, same nylon and everything. It was pretty weird. But so she has that, and hopefully she's not getting too hot anymore, and hopefully it keeps her warm enough. What I did though was I didn't want to just get a quilt. I don't know. I'm gonna get a quilt, but it's gonna be about a week and a half total ship time. So in the meantime, I went to Walmart and just got this $9 blanket. It's Thru, so it's 50 by 60 inches, so it's just 5 feet long. Just a little too short, and I think it's gonna be warm enough. Generally, I never cover my feet anyway. And the only thing bad, I guess, is it's leaving little puffs of dust. Well, not dust, but little blue balls everywhere. And you can't really see ticks if they're in there. I guess the only other complaint is, I don't know if it's a complaint. It's gonna pick up every piece of dirt inside my tent because it'll just stick to it. But I think I'll be able to sleep pretty well. If it's 6 inches long, if I fold it over, I can actually cover my whole body with it, double layered, and that's pretty warm. So, and in the meantime, I kept Tina's sleeping bag liner just because I thought, just in case. So I'm looking forward to getting my quilt, which would be 11.5 ounces, 16 ounces, about 10 ounces. So it'll be a pound lighter once I get my quilt, and I could send this home, and this I'll just leave in a hiker box. It's $9, so it's fine, and it'll be probably pretty gross. Maybe it'll just go in the trash. But I also kept my fleece in case it gets really cold. So I'll send my fleece home too when the quilt gets here and everything. So it's gonna be quite a bit lighter once my quilt gets here. Well, I guess I have to order it first. Well, I just got done hanging my Ursap and brushing my teeth, so I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's only like 8 o'clock, about 7:40, but you know, not much else to do, and I need a good night's sleep because I'm gonna do a whopping 14. I'm tearing it up slowly, so I don't want to go too crazy. And yeah, tonight's gonna be the first night with my Walmart blanket, so yeah, just comment below what you think's gonna happen, especially over the next week. Am I gonna regret it? Is it gonna be a comical failure of epic proportions, or is it just gonna be too hot? I think it's gonna be too hot. I don't know. We'll see how it goes tonight, and I just think it's funny. I'm just out here with like a $9 blanket. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Am I getting overconfident? Yeah, maybe as I through hike, I'm getting overconfident. Is that what's going on? Alright. Just checking to make sure nothing's going on. But here there are 6 other tents besides me. Tons of tent sites. Pretty nice campsite and water right next door. And with the water sounds, people can't hear me quite as well, I hope. Anyway, you all have a good night. Thanks for watching, and welcome back to the videos. From here on, it's all the way to the finish. So come back tomorrow.